This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the morning of Friday, January 12th, 2024. I'm Alex Brown. The Indianapolis-based Jane Pauley Community Health Center is nearly doubling the number of practices in its portfolio with the addition of 7 practices previously operated by Community Health Network. The locations include 6 pediatric practices and 1 OBGYN practice in Anderson, Greenwood, Indianapolis, and Kokomo. CEO Mark Hackett.
Before we add on these sites, we have 10 official approved sites right now. We had 100,000 visits last year, so already serving a lot of folks, but adding on these 7 very busy sites is even going to double the size of our practice. So we'll go from 400 to 800 patients a day that we provide care to. So I always remind staff that every day we open the doors, we have 800 patients that we're changing somebody's life, and we hope we're making that in a positive way.
Financial terms of the deal were not disclosed. The United Steelworkers Union is continuing to detail its concerns over the proposed $14.9 billion acquisition of Pittsburgh-based U.S. Steel by Nippon Steel, announced last month. In a letter to members obtained by our partners at the Times of Northwest Indiana, the union said it is demanding a meeting with U.S. Steel CEO David Burritt over alleged contract violations regarding the sale. Elkhart-based Patrick Industries on Thursday announced plans to acquire a manufacturer of components for the power sports industry. The all-cash deal for Sportech, based in Elk River, Minnesota, is valued at $315 million. Sportech employs more than 430 people across its entire footprint. From the number one source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Don't miss your chance to nominate a worthy business or community leader for IBJ's 40 Under 40 Awards. It's one of our most prestigious awards events, celebrating the accomplishments of leaders under the age of 40. We're on the lookout for people who have achieved a level of success that is rare at a young age. Who will be named this year's class? We need your input. Learn more and submit your nomination by January 12th at ibj.com/nomination.
New York-based Liberation Labs is partnering with Ivy Tech Community College in Richmond to train future employees at the company's $115 million biomanufacturing facility currently under construction. The biomanufacturing workforce training program, the company said, will equip the workers with the required skills to work in precision fermentation, which is the primary focus of the facility. CEO Mark Warner.
Probably half our positions only require a high school degree, yet my personal experience is we may get people with bachelor's degrees applying. So you have to bring all those people up to the same level of experience, both industrially and with the modern biotechnology. And Ivy Tech's been a great partner.
Liberation Labs says the goal is to ensure that about 30 people are trained and ready to work in the plant when operations begin later this year. Hiring is expected to begin in the spring, and the company plans to hire a total of 45 people initially, with plans to expand the plant in the future and bring the employee headcount to about 150. The Indiana Biosciences Research Institute and Roche Diagnostics on Thursday announced Indianapolis-based NERX Biosciences as the first winner of the Quantum Leap Award. The award was announced last year with the goal of helping startups bring their innovations closer to commercialization. NERX is working to develop new anti-cancer therapeutics specifically for the treatment of lung and ovarian cancer. The startup will receive a $50,000 cash prize to support its research, as well as access to up to 2 wet lab biology benches rent-free for 1 calendar year at the IBRI headquarters at the 16 Tech Innovation District in Indy. New Terre Haute Mayor Brandon Sackman is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick, presented by PNC, a weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports, and entertainment, and beyond. Available now from your favorite podcast provider. I'm Alex Brown for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.